Did you know that not every Power Rangers mentor stays behind the scenes? Some of them have actually worn the Ranger armor themselves, fighting side by side with the young heroes. In today's video, we're taking a look at characters who are both mentors and Rangers. Figures who carry experience, unique abilities, and powerful stories of courage. They prove that teaching isn't just about giving orders, it's about leading by example, and sometimes stepping into battle when the team needs it most. Stay tuned, because these stories reveal a side of the Rangers you've probably never imagined. And if you're a Power Rangers fan, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me keep creating quality videos for you. Thank you for 6,000 subscribers.
Tommy Oliver. Tommy Oliver is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, names in Power Rangers history. He started out as the evil Green Ranger under Guido Repulsa's control, redeemed himself, became the White Ranger and leader of the mighty Morphin team, then went on to take up the mantle of the Red Zeo Ranger and later the Red Turbo Ranger. Years later, Tommy returned in Power Rangers Dino Thunder as Dr. Tommy Oliver, a paleontology teacher at Reefside High. Long before the series begins, he had discovered and hidden the Dino Gems after the accident that turned Anton Mercer into Mesogog, a secret that directly connects him to the rise of the new Rangers. At first, his relationship with Connor, Ethan, and Kira isn't based on respect. To them, Tommy is just the weird science teacher. But as Mesogog's attacks grow more intense, Tommy's past as a Ranger begins to surface. Just 5 episodes in, he picks up a morpher again, bonding with the Black Dino Gem, gaining the power of invisibility and summoning the Brachiozord and Cephalozord as his Zord base. And he doesn't do it out of nostalgia, he does it out of duty. The bond between him and the young Rangers grow in the chaos, classes interrupted by alarms, battles testing their courage, and choices shaping their character. His experience turns him into a mentor who leads quietly but powerfully, a warrior who teaches through action. The Black Dino Ranger represents the perfect balance between the legendary hero of the past and the man who now leads by guiding, not commanding. Anubis Krueger. Before becoming the tough-as-nails commander of SPD, Anubis Doggie Krueger was a warrior who had already lost everything. As we see in flashbacks from episode 11, his home planet Sirius was destroyed by the Trubian Empire. He survived, burdened with the guilt of failing to save his people and his wife. Years later, Kruger arrives on Earth and takes command of the Space Patrol Delta Base, becoming the ultimate authority for a new generation of Rangers. At first glance, he seems like nothing more than a strict commander, all rules and orders. But over time, it's clear there's more behind that serious stare. Kruger trains each recruit with both discipline and empathy, and even if he rarely shows it, he sees potential in all of them.
His past finally catches up to him, and General Benag threatens Earth. Kruger steps into battle once again, and the legendary Shadow Ranger is born. In episode 12, Kruger uses the morpher given to him by Kat, transforming into the Shadow Ranger for the first time. With the power of the Shadow Morpher and his Shadow Saber, he fights with precision and honor. The scene where he faces General Benag, putting him on trial, and finishing the fight with the Shadow Saber is simply incredible, visually stunning and emotionally powerful. Kruger reminds us that even mentors carry scars, and that sometimes the most seasoned hero is the one who still finds the courage to fight again.
Udonna. As we see in the very first episode of Power Rangers Mystic Force, long before the present-day events of the season, Udonna fought in the great battle against the Morlocks and tragically lost almost everything: her sister, her husband, and her baby son, Bowen. After the war, she took refuge in a hidden sanctuary known as Rootcore, deep within the Briarwood Forest, preparing for the day evil would rise again. When an earthquake shattered the seal that imprisoned the Morlocks, Udonna was the first to act. She chose 5 reluctant teenagers, handed them their magical wands, and transformed them into Power Rangers. It didn't take long for Udonna to show that she could also wear the Ranger armor herself, which happens right at the end of the very first episode. With her snow staff in hand, she became the White Mystic Ranger, wielding ice, snow, and pure magic to fight evil. But things quickly took a turn. In episode 2, Korag, the Night Wolf, steals her snow staff and leaves her powerless. Even so, Udonna refuses to stay behind. She reinvents herself, works to regain her powers, and later reveals long-hidden truths, including the fact that the Red Mystic Ranger is
actually her lost son, Bowen. Her husband, Leanbo, who she believed was dead, also makes a dramatic return, full of twists and revelations. You can learn more about Leanbo by clicking the card in the upper right corner. In the end, Udonna stands as living proof that mentorship and heroism aren't separate roles. They're phases of the same journey. She teaches, she leads, she fights, and above all, she carries the magic and responsibility of a true Ranger mentor, Daggeron. That's right, Udonna isn't the only mentor helping the Mystic Rangers. Daggeron is a warrior whose past is marked by sacrifice and redemption. During the great battle against the Morlocks, he was entrusted with protecting baby Bowen, the son of Udonna and Leanbo, but he was betrayed by Kalendor, who would later reveal himself as Imperious, and cursed into the form of a frog, while Kalendor joined the forces of darkness. Years later, in episode 14, the spell is broken by the Blue Mystic Ranger, restoring Daggeron to his true form. From that point on, he joins the Rangers to help them face new threats. Daggeron personally takes on the role of training the Rangers in the use of their magic. He's a strict and demanding teacher, but only because he wants them to reach their full potential. His first transformation into the Solaris Knight happens shortly after his curse is lifted, when he finally reveals his true identity and power. Using the Solaris morpher, Daggeron transforms into the Solaris Knight, a warrior powered by the sun, armed with a blazing sword and his Solaris laser lamp, which can also turn into a powerful blaster. He quickly becomes the team's 6th Ranger and a strong mentor figure. Beyond being wise and experienced, Daggeron is also a fierce fighter. His journey is filled with challenges, but also with growth for himself and the Rangers he trains.
Robert James, or RJ, might look like just the chill owner of Jungle Karma Pizza, but behind that calm smile is a martial arts master and a true leader. His father, Master Finn, was a legendary warrior who mastered the spirit of the shark. Trained under his father's guidance, RJ chose not to follow the shark's path. Instead, he embraced the spirit of the wolf, valuing cunning, agility, and instinct over brute strength. In the very first episode, after Master Mao's death, RJ steps up as the new master for the young students of the Order of the Claw. He's the one who gives them their morphers and turns them into Rangers. RJ's moment to shine comes in episode 16, Friends Don't Fade Away, when he finally takes up a morpher himself and transforms into the Wolf Ranger. With the Wolf Morpher, RJ fights using a mix of Muay Thai strikes, quick dodges, and pinpoint precision. His transformation scene is awesome, and he rocks that purple suit perfectly. Day to day, RJ trains the Rangers with a mix of discipline and humor, teaching them strategy, focus, and confidence. He knows when to guide and when to let them learn from their own mistakes. Between pizzas and battles, RJ proves that leadership and heroism go hand in hand. Even the most experienced warriors keep growing, and every fight, every risk, every lesson reminds us that the spirit of the wolf isn't just in his combat style, it's in his determination to protect and inspire those who fight beside him.
Master Phant, Master Finn, and Master Swoop. One of the coolest things about Power Rangers Jungle Fury is how it introduces several mentors who guide the Rangers on their journey. The Order of the Claw has always been more than just a martial arts school. It's a place of tradition, discipline, and wisdom passed down through generations. At the heart of that tradition stand 3 legendary masters, each with their own unique personality and fighting style: Master Phant, Master Swoop, and Master Finn. Each one works differently, mastering a distinct animal spirit. All 3 had retired long ago, but after the return of the evil Dai Shi, they were forced to come back into action. The first to appear is Master Phant. In episode 8, the young Rangers go looking for him and find him living alone in a cabin. At first, Phant is reluctant. He insists his days as a warrior are over and just wants to live out the rest of his life in peace. But the Yellow Ranger, Lily, sees something more in him. She tries to get closer to him, even helping with his garden, but that still isn't enough to break through his walls. Everything changes when the villains attack. Master Phant steps in to save Lily, revealing that he commands the spirit of the elephant. After rescuing her, he decides to train her personally, teaching her the elephant technique, and even granting him his powerful weapon, the Jungle Mace. By the end of the episode, the Rangers manage to summon the elephant spirit to upgrade their Megazord, creating an incredible fusion that easily crushes the enemy. The next to appear is Master Swoop. He first shows up in episode 10, flying right into Jungle Karma Pizza, scaring the Rangers half to death. RJ quickly explains who he is, that Master Swoop was his former teacher, the one who taught him how to fight without seeing. There's a reason for that. Master Swoop is visually impaired, but despite his blindness, his other senses are so sharp that he essentially sees in different ways. Master Swoop commands the spirit of the bat, and he tells the Rangers that his animal spirit has detected a sonic disturbance in the sky, a sign that evil is near. He notices that Theo, the Blue Ranger, struggles with focus and discipline, so he decides to train him personally. Under his guidance, Theo learns how to float and receives Swoop's signature weapons, the jungle fans, to fight the villains. Just like before, by the end of the episode, the Rangers summon the Bat Spirit, giving their Megazord a major new power boost. Finally, Master Finn makes his appearance in episode 12. He shows up right in the middle of a battle between the Rangers and the villain Crustaceo, saving the team from defeat. Red Ranger Casey is amazed by his strength and brings him to meet RJ, only to discover something shocking. Master Finn is RJ's father, and the two haven't spoken in 6 years. They had fallen out because Finn, who commands the spirit of the shark, wanted RJ to follow the family tradition and learn the shark technique. But as we know, RJ chose to walk his own path, mastering the spirit of the wolf instead. Eventually, the tension between father and son eases, and Master Finn teaches Casey the shark technique, even gifting him the shark sabers. And, as in the other cases, by the end of episode 12, the Rangers summon the shark spirit, powering up their Megazord once again. In episode 23, after each Ranger completes their training with their respective master, disaster strikes. Daishi captures the 3 masters. Using their spirit animals, Daishi creates new warriors known as the Spirit Rangers, controlling them through dark energy. The worst part? The masters themselves had been brainwashed and were now fighting on the side of evil. Eventually, RJ manages to free them from Daishi's control. By episode 25, the Spirit Rangers finally unite with the Power Rangers. After that, the masters pass down the ability to summon the Spirit Rangers to their students. Lily gains the Elephant Ranger, Casey the Shark Ranger, and Theo the Bat Ranger, as we see in episode 30. In the final episode of the season, we get a clearer look at how Master Phant, Master Finn, and Master Swoop use their Spirit Rangers. They're like avatars they can summon to fight alongside them. In the end, even though they don't have morphers, Master Phant, Master Finn, and Master Swoop could still control their Spirit Rangers, and that's exactly why they deserve a spot on this list.
Kendall Morgan. In Power Rangers Dino Charge, and later in Super Dino Charge, Kendall Morgan isn't just a brilliant scientist. She's the genius behind many of the technological breakthroughs that keep the Rangers fighting strong. As the owner and lead scientist of the Amber Beach Dinosaur Museum, Kendall oversees paleontology digs and designs the advanced tech that supports the Rangers in battle. Her journey as a Power Ranger begins in episode 20 of Dino Charge, when the villain Sledge steals the purple Energem and captures Keeper, the guardian of the Energems. Determined to fix her mistake, Kendall builds the GetBot robot to retrieve the Energem. But when she infiltrates Sledge's ship to rescue Keeper, the Energem bonds with her, transforming Kendall into the purple Dino Charge Ranger. With the power of the Plesiosaurus, Kendall joins the Rangers in their fight against Sledge and his army of monsters. She also develops the E-Tracer, a key device used to track down other Energems. Her combat skills quickly stand out, proving she's more than just the team's tech expert. She's a full-fledged hero. It's awesome to see her standing alongside all the other Rangers, forming what became one of the largest Ranger teams in any regular season. Kendall doesn't just contribute with her intelligence and inventions, she shows courage, leadership, and heart when it matters most. Her transformation from scientist to warrior perfectly shows how brains and bravery can go hand in hand. Mick Kanic. Mick Kanic is one of the most charismatic mentors in the entire Power Rangers universe. An alien from the Lion Galaxy, Mick escaped from slavery and crash-landed on Earth, where he became an unlikely shop teacher and mentor to the Ninja Steel Rangers. He helps the team with repairs, technical knowledge about the Ninja Nexus Prism, and, most importantly, humor and compassion. One of Mick's most unique traits is his shape-shifting ability. He can change his physical form, even turning into inanimate objects. We see this right right in the very first episode, when he disguises himself as a mop. Now, it's important to note, Mick wasn't the Red Ranger for the entire series. In episode 20 of Ninja Steel, the Red Ninja Power Star is shattered into 3 pieces, creating 3 new Power Stars. One of them chooses Mick as its wielder, and for a short time, he becomes a temporary Red Ranger, joining the battle as an additional hero. Later, Mick returns to Earth and assists the Dino Fury Rangers, guiding them toward the Ninja Nexus Prism. He even reappears in Cosmic Fury during the first episode of the 30th season, when the Master Red Ranger restores Mick's Ninja Steel powers so he can fight alongside the others against Lord Zed. Mick is the kind of mentor who's always there when he's needed most, whether it's giving advice, fixing tech, or stepping into the battlefield himself. He embodies what makes a true Power Rangers mentor: wisdom, heart, and the courage to keep fighting for what is right.
Dane Romero. As we learn right in the very first episode of Power Rangers Ninja Steel, the man known as Dane Romero is the patriarch of the Romero family and the very first person to wield the powerful Ninja Nexus Star. He's the father of Brody and Aiden, and his story is one of courage, sacrifice, and family love. 10 years before the events of the series, the Ninja Nexus Prism crash-landed in his backyard. Believing he was chosen to protect it, Dane pulled the star from the prism's core. When Galvanax and his army attacked, he fought bravely to defend it, but as he tried to stop the villain from stealing its power, he shattered the star into 6 pieces and vanished in the process. A decade later, in episode 20 of Power Rangers Ninja Steel, Dane finally returns. He emerges from the Ninja Nexus Prism, revealing that his spirit had been preserved and healed inside it all those years. When the Red Ninja Power Star is split apart during the final battle, Dane once again takes up the mantle of the Red Ranger, joining the team in their fight against Galvanax. Dane is both a mentor and a hero, someone who always puts his family and the greater good above everything else. He mentored his sons when they were young, helping shape them into the incredible people who would later become the Red and Gold Steel Rangers. Even though he only appears in the final episodes, Dane's presence is deeply symbolic. Through his example, legacy, and past as a Red Ranger, he continues to inspire Brody and the others, guiding them in key moments and reminding them what true leadership and courage look like. Billy Cranston, the iconic Blue Ranger from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, makes his long-awaited return in Power Rangers Cosmic Fury, the 30th anniversary season of the franchise. He first appears in the premiere episode, Lightning Strikes, joining the new Rangers to face the growing cosmic threat of Lord Zed. Billy steps in as both a veteran hero and a mentor, helping the team adjust to their new powers and the intergalactic scale of their mission. In Cosmic Fury, Billy takes on a true mentor role. He guides the new Rangers in battle strategies, power control, and the use of advanced technology. He doesn't just give advice, he's hands-on. Billy trains with the team, refines their tactics, and shows them how to think fast and adapt under pressure. And of course, he still suits up. Billy returns to action as the Blue Ranger, proving that even after decades of experience, he's still a skilled and reliable fighter. Using upgraded gear designed for the challenges of Cosmic Fury, he coordinates team attacks and helps strengthen the Rangers' confidence in themselves and in each other. Billy's return is a full-circle moment, a reminder that heroes may grow older, but their impact only gets stronger with time. Zordon. Now, we have an honorable mention, since this one comes from outside the TV series. In the 2017 Power Rangers reboot film, Zordon, portrayed by Bryan Cranston, is revealed to be the first ever Red Ranger in history. He was a warrior from the planet Eltar, who once led a team of Rangers in battle against Rita Repulsa, a former Green Ranger who had turned to evil. During their final confrontation, Zordon attempted to destroy Rita using a meteor strike, but the impact also caused his own death. Before he died, he hid the power coins and asked his loyal assistant Alpha 5 to protect them until new heroes would rise. In the film, Zordon exists as a digital consciousness projected on the wall of the command center. From there, he mentors the new Rangers, guiding them to master their powers, work as a team, and rise to the challenge of defeating Rita. His backstory as the original Red Ranger adds powerful new depth to his role, turning Zordon from a mysterious mentor into a once great warrior whose legacy continues to inspire every generation of Power Rangers.